Oh, hello. You are joining me on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm currently on a day off and I'm going to film a slightly different video because I fancy it. I'm going to be going through my wardrobe, or our wardrobe should I say, but my half, because I want to sort my Vinted out a little bit. I kind of regularly upload clothing on there and shoes and stuff that I don't use anymore or stuff that Joe doesn't wear anymore. However, over the next couple of months, Joe and I have a holiday. We've got a couple of birthdays, i.e. my birthday and his birthday, and we've just got a couple of bits that we would like to do. And one thing I like to kind of try and do is make a little bit of money on Vinted to put towards those plans. It's kind of recycling clothes for people that actually want them and will wear them. And it's also just a nice way of making a little bit of extra pocket money. So why don't you join me, basically? I wanted to do just a little video, see how this works out, because normally at the minute I've just been filming vlogs. And yeah, let's go. I have not only the wardrobe that's kind of built in, but we also have underbed storage, and this is probably the spot where I need to do a little bit of work. My general rule of thumb when it comes to sorting out clothes, selling on Vinted or Depop or however I choose to do it, is if I haven't worn this product in like 3 or 4 months, not to do with seasons, but in general, and I haven't thought about picking it up, I haven't missed it, or I didn't even realise I had it, then I'm probably not going to be fussed if it goes on Vinted and somebody else buys it from me. I think that's fair to say. I haven't actually bought a lot of clothes recently. I am generally trying to be better with my shopping habits, and especially with clothing. I have worked quite hard over the past, I want to say 5 or 6 months, on actually kind of selling on a lot of my clothes and putting that money towards good quality, higher end clothes, I suppose. So down here we have t-shirts, sun jumpers, vest tops, kind of miscellaneous clothing. So the way in which I like to just battle through this, because this isn't a job that needs to take long, is get everything out, go through the pile, anything that I want to keep, anything that is an absolute not contender stays on the bed, anything that I think somebody else will benefit from that more than me goes on the floor in a nice pile ready to be put on Vinted. The actual side of Vinted that takes more time is posting all of the stuff online. And this is the kind of the challenge, I think, is finding the motivation to do the whole thing, because all I'm doing right now is creating a mess. But sometimes you need to create a mess in order to get progress. That could be a metaphor for life. But yeah, I think it's just about sticking to the mission at hand. This is also kind of an important thing to do, because I feel like at the minute I'm going through some changes in life where I am sorting out my career, I'm sorting out my mental well-being, I'm sorting out my finances. Like, I'm doing a lot, and I'm doing a lot of things that I should be doing, basically, which is looking after myself, making sure I'm being good with money, making sure I'm in a job that I'm happy with, you know, all that. So this just allows me to feel like I am sort of tidying my life up a bit and making some extra penny. I've got a belt there, I've got a pyjama top, hat. They're tights, which I don't need to worry about. I also have my Teddy's clothing, not to sound weird. I have a Teddy. She's called Floppy. Everybody say hello. She's my childhood Teddy. I've had her since I was a child. I think I've had her since I was 1. And I love her. She has her own clothing, of course. I grew up in the era of Build-A-Bear, so she also has space in the drawer. Little Hogwarts uniform. Oh. She might be wearing that now. We're going into autumn, it's only right. There's also stuff in here that's probably just ready to be binned. Unfortunately, I have tops like this, which I absolutely love as comfortable basics. This is from Topshop. It's so soft, it fits me exactly how I want. However, the neck now just has like a permanent foundation stain all around it. Not because I'm messy, but just because I wore it all the time, and over time makeup becomes so hard to wash out. This is where things get real. Hello. Right, I'll be honest, this is a real mix of stuff that I used to wear for work, gym wear that I love and I can't let go of, and I want to build on my gym wear actually. That's something that I want to save up my money for and get nice gym wear. I've got a real mix of stuff in here, but this is generally just stuff that needs to be hung, obviously, or, I don't know, stuff that takes up too much space if you were to fold it up. Oh, goodness me, right. That's new, that's for autumn. This is one of my favourite pieces of clothing ever. This is like a cos wool, I don't even know, like a duffel jacket. It's got a boxy fit, boxy arms, thick buttons, like big buttons. Oh, I get a lot of compliments on this, and it fits kind of perfectly. It's one of the few pieces of clothing that I own that I think actually fits as intended. Sometimes I find, because I'm taller and I don't know, I'm built quite average, but I often find it hard to actually find things that fit me comfortably. When I changed jobs, I used to work in like retail makeup, and so I just had to wear black, and that was easy for me. I had lots of clothes that worked, but I also had clothes that were just specifically for work. I wouldn't personally wear them outside of work. Once I finished that job, I did do a clear out, and half of that stuff is sat waiting to be put on Vinted, which you'll probably see if you go on my Vinted. And I just kept the stuff that I actually see myself wearing again, or just stuff that's quite good to have in your wardrobe. Like I've got this really beautiful blazer, which fits me exactly how I want a blazer to fit. It's boxy, it's oversized. Got some flouncy shirts. I've also got like a cool boxy denim dress, which I think a lot of, funnily enough, the clothes that I had for work, I think will actually be great in my autumn wardrobe. Lots of stripes. I love my stripes. Black and white stripes specifically have followed me through my teenage and adulthood. That's fine. This is all stuff that I'm not getting rid of. Brand new Lululemon jacket. This is, I believe, a running jacket, but what's it actually called? Lightweight, relaxed fit, vented jacket. I love this. I'm waiting for a slightly sunnier day to wear this, but I cannot wait. Knitted jumpers ready for autumn. As you can see, this is a kind of already a solidified wardrobe, because there's stuff in here that I do wear all the time, or it's ready for autumn and winter. As you know, my favourite season ever, or seasons should I say. Stuff like this I've had for several years now, and I just love. This is like a Sherpa wool thick jumper. It's got a boxy fit, which I love. It's got two cuts up each side, so it just sits nice and loose on the hips. It's got a nice kind of slightly high crew neck, just fits perfectly. Happy with that. Another example of two things which are very similar but have very different meanings for an outfit. Grey jumpers, my favourite fleece. Denim shirt, which I got in a sale. It was from John Lewis, but it's from the brand Mint Velvet. You've probably seen it in some of my TikTok videos. I love this shirt a lot. This I think really did me wonders on TikTok. This is just a denim vest, but it ties up at the front in little knots. I did a TikTok in this where I did just like a outfit of the day video. It's one of my most successful videos, and for me it is successful. The numbers might not look great for everybody, but for me I was like, oh my god, people like this. And I think this was why. This is where I think, like, I've had, oh my goodness, I love this dress. It's so big and flouncy and fits perfectly. And even though I don't wear it often, I feel like it's one of those that if I were to get rid of it, I would regret it immensely. I wore it for my 21st birthday. Was it my 21st? No, 23rd birthday. And I got it at the same time as this like big smock dress. And I just love how like not fitted they are. Really comfy, and it's something that I don't think I'll ever get rid of, just because, I don't know, I feel like weirdly it'll be like a really good maternity dress at some point. Who knows? They're the kind of thoughts we have. And yeah, I've only kept certain dresses that I think I would genuinely wear again. So I've got like a really posh one here. I say posh, it's like very fancy for me. I've got my feathered trousers, as you do. And then I've just got my fleeces. So I've got like a practical fleece that's like a genuinely good quality one. I've got some woolly jumpers, and then I've got, yes, I am English, but Joe and I support the Scotland rugby team. I know that's terrible. So I've got all of my Scotland like rugby clothing here as well. And yeah, I genuinely, everything that's hanging, I'm like, that's good. I have actually gone through that, but let's have a look at the mess below. I feel like I've pretty much done the first chunk of the job, which is obviously organising and actually tidying up this space. I kind of give myself two options now. I could either keep going, get all the photos on Vinted and then relax, or I can take small pause. I think I'm just going to keep going, but I'm going to take the photos in the living room and maybe make myself like a hot chocolate or something. It's kind of grey and rainy outside, which obviously makes me very happy, but I don't know, I feel like I've now been in the bedroom for a long time, and it's one of those spaces that I actually don't mind being in here, but I just don't hang out in here the most during the day. I'd rather just be in there. Anyway, I'm going to make myself a hot drink, maybe get myself a snack, carry on watching Annabelle because I'm finding so much comfort in her right now, and get these clothes on Vinted. we have reached the tedious stage of today where I am halfway through posting photos on Vinted, and I've actually already managed to sell like 5 things, and I've been doing this for about 20 minutes. I've got about 5 things left and I've just lost all will to keep going, which is awful because it's really not that challenging. But I remember when I used to do Depop, and every summer I would do a clear out. I would kind of set myself a monetary goal and often reach it, but I would have to set aside like full afternoons to try on the clothes, model the clothes, like try and set up a little tripod situation in my room to try and take photos. And even though the hard work did pay off, it kind of becomes boring. And I praise everyone who runs their own small business and has to do this every day in order to make their money, because this for me is literally just getting rid of my old clothes. And I know on the adverts they look like they're having a blast, but this is just like I just want to get it done now and then I can sit down, have my afternoon snack, and a coffee, which, oh god, I sound pathetic. Anyway, it started out as like a shared page for me and Joe, but I don't think at any point Joe has actually had access to the login for this, so I've just been doing it, which is fine because he kind of works more than I do, so when I'm on a day off this is great for me to just keep myself busy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I literally have, I'll show you, I have what's left on there to go, and then I'm done, and then I can sit down and have a cup of coffee and be proud of my hard efforts, because I really have worked hard today. I have actually. I'm going to stop joking and taking the mick out of myself. I didn't have to do anything today, but what I have achieved is I've cleaned the kitchen, I have sorted out my wardrobe and drawers, which are jobs that, look, we all put off for as long as possible. And now I've made money on Vinted, so good for me. I've actually had a great day. Joe is also on a late. God, this is turning into like another vlog. Joe is on a late, so I quite enjoy starting my tasks later on in the day because he won't be back until late this evening. So dinner won't be served until late this evening and stuff. So it's quite nice to have a really slow morning, get showered and stuff around lunchtime, and then start my tasks later on, because it kind of makes my day feel extra long, I guess, which is great when you have a day off. Sometimes day offs can just go in an instant and you're like, well, I achieved nothing. So far so good. When doing tasks like this that really don't take that much energy, it's still important to replenish yourself, because otherwise, like me, you could sap the fun out of the entire thing. So I set myself a goal. I achieved that goal, and my reward is now a cup of coffee and I think trying to be healthy. I'm going to have one of these. It's a cocoa and orange flavoured superfood oat bites. It is actually quite tasty. I am trying to eat better. I'm not going to go into it too much because this isn't supposed to be a vlog. But yeah, I'm trying to look after myself. You know, it's not just a flat transformation, you know, getting rid of things. It's not just a monetary challenge to try and better my spending. I'm also just trying to better myself. So I'm going to enjoy that. Watch a bit more of Annabelle's vlogs and just relax. I guess I might leave it here as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed whatever this sort of video was. I guess it's just like a Vinted with me, I guess. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.